Well, on a beautiful night for baseball here in central Wisconsin, it is Marshfield Chapparrals baseball for you tonight here on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Our pregame report, a service tonight of Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast tonight, and Mike Warren back with you from Hackman Field in Marshfield as the Marshfield Chapparrals take on the Plover Pterodactyls in baseball action here this evening on AM 1450 WDLB. Well, the Chapparrals and Plover tonight, and this is the, third or fourth home game already? Number 3 on the schedule. And, they kicked it off May 21st against Abbotsford. That one was rained out. All right, and then the 26th, Wausau. Did we play that one? And then we were here on the 28th, Whittlesea. And I think the June 2nd game was canceled, right? Yeah, so number 3 here at home tonight. Chips Hamburgers night out here at the ballpark. The sponsor, they have a different sponsor each night out here at Hackman Field. Chips Hamburgers and Wood County Crime Stoppers. I think that was the one that was canceled from earlier, right? So they're going to do them both tonight. And saw the, I think the Marshfield PD with their big, tactical vehicle out in the parking lot. Kids are going through that thing and checking that out. So if you need something to do, bring the kids down to Hackman Field tonight and take a look at that. Check out some really good baseball here tonight. Is this a Dairyland? No, this is a non-conference, right? Yeah. Plover plays in, are they league affiliated? I don't think they have an affiliation. I think they're independent like the Chaps were for a couple of years, but rejoined the Dairyland League a few years ago. And a non-conference game, I guess, here tonight for Marshfield. Chapparrals and Plover tonight on WDLB. Stay with us. We'll have more of our pregame report in just a moment. We'll check in with the Chapparrals manager, Justin Rayburn, and we'll talk to him as our pregame report continues in just a moment. All right, welcome back to Jack Hackman Field as we get set for Chapparrals baseball here tonight, once again on AM 1450 WDLB and online at WDLBAM.com. Our pregame report sponsored by Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. As our coverage of baseball here in central Wisconsin continues, it's time to talk Chapparrals baseball. Manager Justin Rayburn back for another year at the head of the Chapparrals. And Skipper, time for Chapparrals baseball once again, huh?
Yeah, we're back at it this year.
All right, well, back for your how many years is it now?
This is my 5th year managing, I think my 3rd year by myself. Before I was doing it with Eric Pritzel for 2 years.
All right, but I think before that even you were playing. So how long have you been affiliated with this club overall now?
I believe this is my 9th year playing with the Chapparrals.
Okay. So in other words, you're getting old.
Yeah, that's right. I used to be the young guy, and I'm not anymore.
Not anymore. You enjoy this?
Oh, yeah. I love coming to Hackman. Anytime we got a game, if it's a 7:30 game, I like to try to be the first one here at 5:30 just to sit around the field for a while.
Yeah, and you look at, I covered you in high school all the way through, Legion and Chapparrals now and that sort of thing. And you can just pick out guys, where in high school you probably played everything, but you knew who the baseball guys were, you knew who the football guys were, you knew who the basketball guys were, and you were always one of those baseball guys, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, in Pittsville, when you go to a small school, you got to be able to play multiple positions. And so when you're at a small school like that, you pitch, you catch, you play outfield, you play infield. Then when you get to Legion ball, you find more of a niche in one spot.
Yeah. Where did you find your niche?
The outfield. When I was a senior, I played shortstop in Pittsville, but my junior year when we went to state was as an outfielder, and then when I came to Legion ball and Chapparrals, was more of an outfielder.
Okay. Yeah, and boy, you had some good teams down there in Pittsville, didn't you?
Yeah, Pittsville's had a pretty solid tradition. Coach Bill Urban's really done a good job there, and he's been there for a lot of years, and he's got a lot of wins there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't make it through this year. They didn't make it past Athens, who's going to play next week at the state tournament, but still had a pretty good run.
Yeah, Athens was a tough game for us. They out-hit us and played well, but they're a good team.
Yeah, they certainly are. Well, how good is this team? Tell us what you have for Marshfield Chapparrals baseball this summer.
This year we got a kind of a good mix of veteran guys, and we got some new guys this year. Some of our veteran guys coming back, like Lucius Messerschmidt, Ryan Metz, Sam Schwanebeck, myself. So it's kind of good to have those guys with some experience, but then we also mix in some first-year guys like Jack Donahue and Bobby Pills and Nate McDonald. Those guys really give us pretty nice depth.
Okay. Who else you got? Who are some of these other guys that we'll hear from and see throughout the course of the summer?
One of the guys that we've had around for a while that's been a really reliable outfielder for us is Alex Steins, and he's back again this year. We got some guys that have been back for probably like their third year with the Chapparrals, and they're kind of finding their role. Guys like that, guys like Cale Cuddy plays a good third base for us. Drew Spaeth is one of our better pitchers, and he's back again this year.
You know, I like that you draw from the area. This is not a Marshfield team. This is pretty much, kind of a central Wisconsin all-star team from guys who've played high school or Legion ball here. And I guess it's good to see these guys sort of keeping this Chapparrals thing alive.
Yeah, what's nice is in the Dairyland League, you have a distance of 30 miles by way of crow flies. So you get a pretty good range from Marshfield. But you also get those local small-town communities. This year we even have a guy from Nakusa, Riley Erickson, who's really been a good player for us, a good catcher. But you get a lot of those small-town communities and kind of brings people together here in Marshfield.
So there is a limit, though, on the radius you can draw on?
Yeah, there's a 30-mile radius by way of crow flies. So what you do is you take home plate of Hackman and you go to somebody's home address, and it's got to be within a 30-mile range.
Oh, wow. Okay, I guess I didn't realize that. That's something, I guess those are rules you didn't have to play by for those handful of years that you weren't in Dairyland competition?
Right. Previously, when we were independent, like when Chuck Brame was the manager, Chuck actually lived in Menasha and would drive all the way back from Menasha, the Appleton area, to play with the Chapparrals. But now when you're in the Dairyland, in order to play in league games, you have to be within that 30-mile range.
How has that affiliation, has that worked out being back in the Dairyland?
I think so. I think what it allows us to do is we see a lot of teams ace, because before when we were independent, teams would throw their ace in their league games. Well, now we are a league, so now we're seeing teams ace, so we see really good pitching, and it makes those league games pretty valuable when there's playoffs at stake. Yeah,
it certainly does. And this is almost like high school ball, where it's, love of the game kind of thing. Nobody's getting paid. There aren't scholarships on the line like maybe there would be in college. In other words, guys aren't playing for anything except the sport and being around other guys and wanting to play baseball.
Right. One thing I like about our guys, whether they're in the lineup or not, they just like being here and being in the dugout. And then we got guys that run our promotional stuff up in the booth, like Jason Goody and Dan Leonard and Adam Sievert and John Safford and all those guys. They do a really good job with kind of promoting us and getting people to the ballpark, and our guys are really appreciative of them.
Yeah, it was an organization that kind of went through some changes here past couple of years, and it was good to see folks like that and yourself step up and sort of keep this thing going. There were a couple of years where we weren't sure. The Brames were so involved for so long, and when they wanted to kind of step down or step aside, people were kind of like, okay, what's going to happen to the Chapparrals? And these folks stepped in and have really kept this thing going strong, haven't they?
Yeah, they've really done a good job. Like I said, if it was just me running it by myself, it would be a lot of baseball, and that's about it. But these guys bring a lot of people to the ballpark, and they do a really good job promoting us, and they do a lot of work.
Anything else about this year's team that you can tell us, or that we haven't already touched on in terms of some of these guys, or what you like about this team or your chances this year?
One thing I noticed this year is we've got a lot more pitching depth than we've had in the past. We're 2-2 right now, and the games that we've lost, we just haven't gotten our pitchers the run support that we need to. I think our bats will pick up as the summer gets going here, but our pitchers have really been good. Drew Spaeth and Bobby Pills and Ryan Metz and Noah Panzer, Jack Donahue. Those guys are some good pitchers, and so we've got a lot of depth there.
I remember covering the Legion team the last couple of years, and we talked about that with those folks, the fact that they had so much depth. And that one year, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, they had 6 guys who you could call their ace maybe of their staff, or pretty close to it, 1A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. And so I guess it just makes sense that those guys have now sort of graduated from that Legion program. I guess it would make sense that you would have now depth at this level, whereas a couple years ago they had all the pitchers around, and you guys are benefiting from these guys hanging around.
Right, and the nice thing is, for us, we can throw our ace or whatever in a league game, but then if we have another league game close, we can throw another ace. We got a couple aces. We don't just have one guy that's our guy. We got about 3 or 4.
Yeah. What else are you excited about? I mean, you guys have, like you said, promotions and all kinds of things throughout the summer. What else is going on that you kind of like about this year's team and program?
I guess one of the big things, like I said, being back in the Dairyland, those league games, those Sunday afternoon or sometimes Friday night games, those become really valuable. And so I like that these young guys really buy into that, and they understand the competitive nature of the Dairyland League. And so I guess, like I said before, I really like the mix of veterans and young guys, and all of them are pretty competitive and want to win.
All right, so now you guys go through, what is it, early August?
Yeah, we go through early August. If you make the playoffs, it's usually early August, and if you advance past that round, it would be about mid-August.
Okay.
All right, some pregame comments from the manager of the Chapparrals, Justin Rayburn, back for another year as the skipper of this ball club, coming in tonight with an overall record of 2-2. As we get underway, baseball here tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Plover and the Chapparrals, and Jack Donahue on the mound for the Chaps tonight, and he fires off the mark ball 1 as we get underway. Plover, and there's ball 2. Nate Fredrickson, the shortstop, leading off for the Plover Pterodactyls here tonight as Jack Donahue. Now a fly ball toward right field. Nate McDonald drifting toward the foul line in right, grabs that one off the bat of Nate Fredrickson for out number 1. The Plover shortstop getting things going here this evening. And a fly ball to right field, out number 1. That'll bring up Bill Held, is the second baseman for Plover. And again, Jack Donahue on the mound. Called strike 1 on Bill Held, and then John Jazz, the DH, also the manager of this club, as Held slices one foul, first base side out of play. Plover wears a, what is that, powder blue? It's kind of a powder blue jersey with white pants. There's a bouncer toward third, and Cale Cuddy from Loyal fires it high to Lucius Messerschmidt, but Lucius pulls it down, gets his foot on the bag, and Held is thrown out at first for out number 2 in the Plover first inning. Good play by Cuddy and Messerschmidt there. Couple of local baseball veterans, been around for a couple years. Now it's John Jazz, the manager of this team and the designated hitter, batting for pitcher Greg Trudell. And ball 1 to John Jazz, batting in that 3 spot tonight for Plover. And the 1-0. Bouncer up the middle, out towards second base. Bobby Pills picks it up, fires to first, and Messerschmidt has it for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. The Pterodactyls go in order here in the top half of the first inning, and the Chapparrals will bat in the bottom half of the inning when we come back to Jack Hackman Field in just a moment. All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Chapparrals baseball for you this evening here on AM 1450 WDLB and online at WDLBAM.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast once again tonight, and Mike Warren back with you from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield as we bring you our first Chapparrals broadcast of the summer. I don't think we've had these guys on the air yet this year. So here we are as Marshfield takes on Plover here tonight. Chips Hamburger Night and Wood County Crime Stoppers Night out here at the ballpark as well. Lots of promotions, prize giveaways, and things like that. So get out here to the ballpark. Beautiful evening to enjoy a summer night at Hackman Field as Marshfield now bats in the top of the first. Greg Trudell goes to work and facing the right fielder, Nate McDonald. And Nate slices one foul off the first base side for strike one. Justin Rayburn, the center fielder, will bat second, followed by Riley Erickson, the catcher out of Nakusa. He'll bat third, followed by Sam Schwannebeck, back for another year in a Chapparrals uniform, and he'll bat fourth. He'll play shortstop tonight for Marshfield. Here's the 0-1. High for a ball. Ball and a strike on Nate McDonald batting in the Chapparral first inning. No score, just underway. And now the 1-1 from Trudell is swung on and ripped out toward, held at second base. He fell down, throws from a sitting position. Couldn't get anything on that throw down to first. And so Nate McDonald has an infield base hit to lead off the Marshfield first inning. Hit hard right back toward Trudell on the mound. He couldn't grab it. It went by him. And Bill held out at second base, got to the ball, cut it off before it went into center, but then fell down and threw from a sitting position. Couldn't get that ball over to first base. Now Rayburn to center field. Lemons out there. And that one grabbed by Derek Lemons, the center fielder, for out number one.
Number 12, Riley Erickson.
So that'll bring up the catcher, Riley Erickson, with one on and one out here as the Chapparrals bat in the bottom half of inning number one. Marshfield and Plover tonight here for you on WDLB. And Sam Schwannebeck on deck. Trudell from the stretch and a called strike one. Erickson, a good find for the Chapparrals out of the Nakusa area. Just about on the fringe of the area they can draw from. Here's a swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw down to second. McDonald slides past the tag of held out there at second base. And a stolen base for Nate McDonald. Now at second base with one out. That pitch was swung on by Erickson. Now it's 0-2 on the Marshfield catcher batting here in the Chapparrals first inning. And no score. Here's the 0-2. Up and in for ball one. So Marshfield and Plover here tonight. As Trudell shakes off a couple of signs. Now has what he wants from the catcher, Brad Sislevich. Here's a swing and a blooper out toward the second base area. It's going to be caught by the shortstop, Fredrickson, for out number 2.
Shortstop, number 25, Sam Schwannebeck.
So now the shortstop, Sam Schwannebeck, the lazy bull. Here's the lazy bull, Sam Schwannebeck. Lonely bull, that's it. Lonely bull. Close enough. Used to kick off the daybreak program with that song every morning at 5 a.m. for too many years. That brings back some really horrible memories. No, I'm kidding. There's a called strike now. McDonald going for third. He's got another stolen base. That was a good play by Fredrickson, the shortstop, to get Erickson. And a little blooper out towards second. Now Schwannebeck up there. 0-2 pitch with 2 outs, and now McDonald at third. Trudell. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Must be, 1 and 2, okay. 1 and 2 now on Schwannebeck. And the pitch. Caught the outside corner, a called strike 3. Schwannebeck strikes out looking to end the Marshfield first inning. So they get a runner to third, but can't bring him in. No runs on a hit. No errors and 1 left on after 1 complete scoreless here at Hackman Field, and back for the second in just a moment. Chapparrals baseball for you tonight here on WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Mike Warren with you from Jack Hackman Field. No score after 1 inning. Plover now batting in the second. Derek Lemons, the center fielder, left-handed batter, will stand in, facing Jack Donahue on the mound tonight for the Chaps. And Brad Fritz, the left fielder, on deck. Then Jason Jones, the first baseman. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Pterodactyls as Lemons looks at ball 1. Donahue ready again. Called strike. Ball and a strike now on Derek Lemons, and the 1-1. Ball 2. Boy, beautiful sunshine here tonight. 75 beautiful degrees here at the ballpark right now. Plenty of time for you. Come on out. Here's a bouncer foul down the right field line. Wood County Crime Stoppers, one of the sponsors out here tonight, along with Chips Hamburgers. Lots of great giveaways here at Hackman tonight. These are the nights we sit around all winter waiting for. So get out here. 3 and 2 now on Lemons. Waited all winter for a night like this at the ballpark, and now here it is. Bouncer to first. Messerschmidt picks it up and will step on the bag to get Lemons unassisted for out number 1 in the Plover's second inning.
Left fielder, number 20.
So now it's the left fielder Brad Fritz up here. And then Jason Jones, the first baseman, on deck. And Donahue ready again. Here's a big swing and a miss by the Plover left fielder, Brad Fritz. Now a called strike. Caught the inside part of the plate. Nothing in 2. There's a swing and a miss, and strike 3. 3 pitches and 3 strikes on Brad Fritz. And he strikes out for on number 2 here in the Plover's second inning. And now Jason Jones, the first baseman. 2 outs, nobody on. Plover batting in the top half of inning number 2 out here tonight. Another left-handed batter. Donahue into the windup. And another called strike. Donahue once again, the 0-1. Outside for a ball. Ball and a strike on Jason Jones, the Plover first baseman. The 1-1, bouncer toward third. Cuddy has it, fires across to Messerschmidt. Good solid throw by Cale Cuddy to get Jones. And the Pterodactyls go in order here in the second as well. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing for Plover in the first, or in the second, as well as the first. And after an inning and a half, we have no score. The Chaps bat in the second after this.
First one is a pizza of your choice.
Hungry? Chips Hamburgers is open daily at 10:30 a.m. And Chips Instant Service means you'll be enjoying your fresh, cooked-to-order meal
1 minute.
without having to wait. Chips offers dine-in or drive-through convenience, and you can choose from the legendary Champ, delicious golden brown French fries, grilled chicken, fish fillets, so much more. Shakes, floats, and soft-serve cones are served year-round. And there's 2 locations to serve you. Chips Hamburgers on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids.
Your wedding anniversary, it's a special celebration, and a special celebration calls for nothing but the best. Premium Hefco roses. Hi, this is Liz from Hefco Floral Company, reminding you not to forget that special day and to make it memorable with beautiful long-stem fresh roses. Call 387-1129 today and order our premium Hefco roses. Hefco Floral Company, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturdays 8 till noon. Hefco's, your florist. We help you celebrate your life.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield, we've got Marshfield Chapparrals baseball for you this evening here on AM 1450 WDLB. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast. I'm Mike Warren back out here at the ballpark. Good to be back out here at Hackman Field for more Chapparrals baseball this summer on WDLB. Great night for it. 75 degrees, nothing but blue skies and sunshine. Get out here to the ballpark and enjoy it. So Luke Wirtz now will lead things off for Marshfield here as he bats in the bottom half of inning number 2. And again, Greg Trudell on the mound tonight for Plover as Wirtz stands in. Trudell into the windup. Swung on and missed. Strike 1 on Luke Wirtz. He is DHing tonight for the pitcher Jack Donahue. Lucius Messerschmidt, the first baseman, on deck. Then Alex Steins, the left fielder. The 0-1 is off the mark for a ball. 1-1. Now the 1-1 to Luke Wirtz. Caught the outside corner and strike 2. 1-2 on Luke Wirtz now. Nice crowd building out here as people start to arrive at the ballpark. 1-2 pitch or count. Here's a bouncer toward third. Hartle picks it up, fires over. Jones stretches out to get it. And Wirtz retired, 1 away here in the Marshfield second inning. Now here's the first baseman, one of the Chapparral veterans of this team, been around for a while. Lucius Messerschmidt. He'll stand in there, ready to face Greg Trudell for the first time here tonight. Trudell into the windup. And outside for a ball, Alex Steins, the left fielder, on deck. So we've got the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Marshfield this inning. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Fredrickson and the shortstop, a diving attempt, basket catch attempt behind the mound between the pitcher's mound and second base. And Fredrickson going to the ground, can't come up with it. Hit or an error? Error on Fredrickson there. Tough play, but looks like he could have got there. A little blooper over the mound between the pitcher's mound and second base. Fredrickson could not come up with it. Messerschmidt will reach on the air. And now a bouncer foul by Steins as he stands in against Greg Trudell. So now Steins with 1 on and 1 out here in the Marshfield second inning. No score between Plover and the Chapparrals. Trudell from the stretch. Outside for a ball.
Still looking for a red ticket. 932-9736. 9736.
1-1 now on Steins with Messerschmidt at first base after the error by Fredrickson. And the 1-1. Popped up on the infield, and looks like the second baseman held is under it. He's got that one on the infield grass for out number 2 as Steins pops out on the infield.
Number 4, Cale Cuddy.
2 gone now for the Marshfield third baseman, Cale Cuddy from Loyal. Cuddy at third tonight for the Shaps. And Trudell ready. That one called strike. Shaps with those, what is that, maroon? What color is that? That's Jason Goody maroon. Chapparral color. Yeah. With their gray pants. And the powder blue of the pterodactyls. One and one now on Cuddy. Popped up third base side and in foul territory. And the third baseman, Hartle, should have had that one. He didn't see it off the bat of Cale Cuddy. All of a sudden, Fredrickson, the shortstop, comes running over. And Hartle made aware of the pop-up down the third base line in foul territory, and nobody could get to it. It'll drop in there for strike 2. Hartle just kind of stood there and maybe thought that one was not right above him. And it was. Could have maybe made a play on that ball. Instead, it's 1 and 2 now on Cuddy. Runner at first is Messerschmidt. 1 out. Here's a bouncer foul again toward third, or I should say 2 outs. Got another foul ball by Cale Cuddy, third base side, out of play. So nice crowd gathering here. A lot of great giveaways. Come on out to the ballpark. Chips Hamburgers night and Wood County Crime Stoppers night. 1 and 2 on Cuddy. The pitch swung on, fouled, straight back and out of play. Beautiful night for baseball here in Marshfield, so come and enjoy it at Hackman Field.
Central Wisconsin Glass, a proud Chapparrals sponsor, will replace it for free. See Central Wisconsin Glass.
So 1 and 2 now on Cuddy. Swung on toward the gap in left center. That's in there for a base hit. Messerschmidt rounding second, and in at second, a stand-up double to the gap in left center for Cale Cuddy. And with 2 outs, the Chapparrals have runners in scoring position for the second baseman, Bobby Pills of Spencer. Nice rip to the gap by Cale Cuddy. And then I think when Fritz got to it, he kind of bobbled it a little bit. And Messerschmidt kept going, and so did Cale Cuddy. He's in at second base. Chance for Pills here to drive him in. And now that one fouled straight back, out of play for strike 1 on Bobby Pills. Got to spend some time with Bobby yesterday up at Crivets, one of the assistant coaches for that Spencer Rockets team that got beat by Iola Scandinavia in that D3 sectional semifinal up at Crivets High School yesterday. Here's a drive to right center in the gap. And the runs are going to score, and Pills with a 2-run base hit to the gap in right center field. And the Chapparrals have grabbed a 2-0 lead here in this second inning.
Right fielder number 1, Nate.
Timely hitting by Bobby Pills with 2 on and 2 outs. And Pills with a 2-run base hit to right center. And the Chaps are on the board. Now the right fielder, Nate McDonald. McDonald had a base hit back in the first. Looks at a strike here. He had a couple of stolen bases as well. Got him to third back in the first, but left him stranded out there. And now, outside for a ball. Now 2 runs are in for Marshfield here in the second inning. They grab a 2-0 lead with 2 outs. Bobby Pills a big 2-run base hit to the gap in right center. Now a throw to first, and they've got Pills caught up in a rundown now between first and second, and the first baseman, I think that's Jones, trying to throw the ball back to Held at second base, beamed Bobby Pills in the back with the ball, and he's going to get to second safe. Had him in a rundown, and Jones tried to flip that one to second, and he threw it right into the middle of the back of Bobby Pills, who will get to second base safely. Stolen base? E3, okay. It's still 1-1 on Nate McDonald. That was interesting. Here's a foul ball. So Bobby, they caught him leaning the wrong way and knew he was going to be out if he tried to get back to first. It was a good move by Trudell. So Bobby had really no other decision but than to go for second, and he beats the rundown on that throw into his back by Jones, the first baseman. Now here's one over the head of Nate McDonald. 2-2 count on Nate. Had a base hit and a couple of stolen bases back in the first inning. So Pills gets out of that rundown, and now McDonald toward the gap in right center. And that one gets by Pettit in right, tries to make a sliding catch out in right field. And Nate McDonald is going to cruise all the way around to third as he drives in another one. And the Shaps lead 3-0.
21, center fielder
That's going to be an error on Pettit, right? Hit. All right. That was a tough play. Try to make a sliding catch out there in right. And that goes a three-bagger, right? Yep. RBI triple for Nate McDonald. Now here's Rayburn again. Looks at one up and in. Boy, that one hit toward the gap. Pettit, the right fielder, got there, tried to make a sliding catch, but it got by him. And so McDonald drives in Pills from second. And it's 3-0. Now the 1-1 on Justin Rayburn. He looks at strike two now. Now the 1-2 from Greg Trudell. In the dirt, Sislevich gets on top of it, ball two. So the Shaps with a big second inning here, 3 runs on a 2-run base hit by Bobby Pills, and then a run-scoring triple a moment ago by Nate McDonald. Now the 2-2 to Justin Rayburn. Low and in for ball 3, 3-2. McDonald at third with 2 outs. This is all happening. Three-two pitch here. Bouncer toward third. Fredrickson, the shortstop, running toward third. In the hole, grabs it, but by the time he gets to that ball, no play, and Rayburn safe at first. As McDonald scores from third, it's 4-0. RBI base hit for Justin Rayburn. And the Shaps with 2 outs have scored 4 runs. Riley Erickson, the catcher, and the 8th batter of the inning. Big inning here for the Shaps. 4 runs are in. Now Erickson. Low for a ball. One and nothing now on Riley Erickson, the catcher. Here's the 1-0. Ball 2, runner going. Throw down to second by Sislevich, and Rayburn in there with a stolen base. And that was ball 2 on Erickson. Two and nothing now on the Marshfield catcher with 2 outs, runner at second. 4 runs are in. The 2-0 pitch here, that one up and in for ball 3. Erickson popped out to the shortstop Fredrickson his first time up back in the first inning. Now has a 3-0 count here with Rayburn at second base and 2 outs. And the 3-0 pitch. Is that ball 4? I believe 3-1 now. All right. Three-one count. There's ball 4. And Erickson draws a 2-out walk. And now the 9th batter of the inning. Once again, here's Sam Schwanebeck, the shortstop. He struck out looking back in the first inning. Rayburn still at second base. So Schwanebeck will be up there, and the 9th batter of the inning with 2 outs. The Chapparrals have rallied for 4 runs. Here's a meeting on the mound now between John Jazz, manager, out there to talk with Trudell. As Sam Schwanebeck stands in now. 2 on, 2 outs, 4 runs are in. Chaps lead it 4-0 here over Plover tonight. And Trudell ready again. And Sam looks at strike 1. So now the 0-1. Swung on, little blooper out toward the gap in right center. That's going to drop in there for a base hit. And rounding third and scoring is Rayburn. It's an RBI base hit to right center for Sam Schwanebeck as Erickson goes around to third. And it's 5-0 Marshfield. Schwanebeck drives in a run. Boy, a 2-out rally here, and it continues now with the guy who started the inning. Luke Wirtz, the DH, back up there again. He led off the inning with a ground ball out to Hartle at third. And back up there once again. Slices one foul, first base side out of play. So Hartle, the 10th batter of the inning. 5 Chapparral runs are in. Big inning here for Marshfield. And the 0-1 now. Ooh, that one over the head of Wirtz, and it gets away from the catcher, Sislevich. And Erickson comes in from third on the wild pitch as Schwanebeck goes to second, make it 6-0. And the problems continuing to mount for this Plover defense. So Erickson is in. And it's 1-2 on Luke Wirtz, the DH, batting for the pitcher Jack Donahue. 1-2 count on Luke Wirtz, the DH. That one down the line to left. That'll be a base hit. Schwannebeck will round third. He'll come home. RBI base hit for Luke Wirtz. Make it 7-0 Marshfield. Now Lucius Messerschmidt up there again. He reached on an error by the shortstop Fredrickson earlier this inning. And after they got Steins, that's when the runs started to come in. All these runs with 2 outs here in the Marshfield second inning. Low and away, ball 1. So just like that, 7-0 Chapparrals here, and this second inning rolls on. Here's foul ball by Messerschmidt. 1-1 now on Lucius. Reached on that little blooper out towards second base earlier this inning. Fredrickson couldn't handle that one. Now the 1-1. Fouled at home plate for strike 2. 1-2 now on the Chapparrals first baseman. Big inning here for Marshfield. 7 runs are in. And 6 hits in the inning. That one outside for ball 2. Couple of base hits. We've had a double this inning, a triple by Nate McDonald. 2-2 pitch here. Swung on and fouled off. Third base side out of play, 2-2. So after they got 2 outs, Cale Cuddy with a double. And then Bobby Pills had the 2-run base hit. Nate McDonald, that RBI triple. Here's another foul ball. Justin Rayburn with an RBI base hit. Erickson then walked. Schwannebeck had an RBI base hit. Luke Wirtz with a run-scoring hit. And now here's Messerschmidt up there. 2-2 count, 2 outs. And a 7-run second inning. Ball 3. Count full now on Messerschmidt. The 3-2. Ground ball to third, and Hartle cannot come up with that one. Tough play for Hartle, and they're going to rule that one a base hit.
Left fielder number 24, Alex Steins.
Here comes Jazz again out to the mound. Tough play for Hartle at third. That might be it for Trudell, I believe. Is it? Yeah. Early exit for Greg Trudell as Plover making a pitching change here with 2 outs. In the second inning, 7 Marshfield runs are in. And it looks like they're going to call on Jake Schwark.
For the pregame Little Kids run.
A relief pitcher coming out of the dugout for Plover. Marshfield 7, Plover nothing. Pitching change for the Pterodactyls. He'll get some warm-ups, and we'll come back to Jack Hackman Field in just a moment. Listening to Marshfield Chapparrals baseball tonight here on AM 1450 WDLB. Marshfield. And online at WDLBAM.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast. I'm Mike Warren here at Jack Hackman Field. Big second inning continues for the Chapparrals as Jake Schwark
Number 4, Jack Schwark.
now comes in. Is it Jack or Jake?
Jake Schwartz.
All right, so Schwark in there now for Greg Trudell, who's making an early exit after an inning and 2/3. And Schwark misses inside for a ball on Alex Steins, who popped out to the second baseman, held earlier this inning. Now the 1-0. Inside at the knees, ball 2. So Jake Schwark now pitching for Plover. 2-0 on Alex Steins, and runners at first and second base. Low for ball 3, 3-0. Messerschmidt at first, Luke Wirtz at second base. 7 runs are in here in the second inning for the Chapparrals. The 3-0. Up and in, ball 4. And Steins draws a 2-out walk.
Number 4, third baseman Cale Cuddy.
13th batter of the inning is Cale Cuddy. Had a double earlier this inning. As the second inning rolls on for Marshfield. And there's a called strike 1 on Cale Cuddy. That 2-base hit back in the earlier this inning, early part of this inning. Here's the 0-1. That one low for a ball. Yeah, with 2 outs, Cuddy got this rally going at a double, and Bobby Pills drove in 2 runs with a base hit. Nate McDonald had a run-scoring triple, and now here's a fly ball toward the gap in left center field. And Lemons, Fritz, the left fielder, coming over towards center, grabs that one off the bat of Cale Cuddy for out number 3. But a big inning for the Chapparrals. 7 runs on 7 hits. 3 Plover errors and 2 runners left on base. After 2, Marshfield 7, Plover nothing. Pterodactyls back at the plate in the third when we come back to Hackman Field after these messages. All right, Brad Sislevich looks at ball 1 as he leads off the Plover third inning. The Pterodactyls and Marshfield tonight. As Jack Donahue goes back to work, there's a strike called, and it's a ball and a strike on Sislevich, the catcher for the Plover Ball Club. Now a bouncer towards second base. Bobby Pills picks that one up and flips it over to Messerschmidt. 1 away. The Plover Pterodactyls
Number 25, right fielder Steve
have gone in order so far tonight. 3 up, 3 down in the first 2 innings. Now Sislevich on a ground ball to Bobby Pills, out number 1 here in the Plover third inning. Steve Pettit, the right fielder, a strike on the left-handed batter. Steve Pettit, the right fielder. Matt Hartle, the third baseman, on deck. Bouncer back toward the mound. Actually, it was out towards second base. Donahue comes off the mound, running toward first, grabs that one on a slow bouncer towards second, but Donahue cuts it off and gets it over to Messerschmidt for out number 2. Now Matt Hartle, the Plover third baseman. The 7, 8, and 9 batters due up here in the third inning for the Pterodactyls. This one sliced foul toward the Plover dugout, first base side of Hackman Field here in Marshfield. Now the 0-1. Bouncer foul toward third, 0-2. This is just the second game I've seen out here this spring and early summer. Many of the high school games we were supposed to cover out here were moved to higher ground next door at Reesfield because of all that rain we had in April and May. They did not play many games out here for the Marshfield Tigers, and Columbus Dons had many of their games moved. Here's the 0-2 and a swing and a miss. This one not moved here tonight. Beautiful night for baseball. And Shaps fans are happy. They lead 7-0 after 2.5 as the Pterodactyls go in order in the third as well. Donahue has faced the minimum through 3, and it's 7-0 Marshfield. Shaps back at the plate in the bottom half of the inning when we come back to Hackman Field in just a moment. All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield as we bring you Chapparrals baseball tonight on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Mike Warren with you as we go to the bottom half of inning number 3 now. And Bobby Pills, the second baseman, will lead things off. Hit a 2-run base hit back in the second inning. That got the 7-run scoring spree started. Now he rips one to left for another base hit. Pills on top of that one and takes the first pitch he sees from Jake Schwark tonight and drills it to left for another base hit. Bobby Pills 2 for 2 tonight and 2 RBIs. So the Chapparrals pick up where they left off in that 7-run second inning. And now here's Nate McDonald. He had that run-scoring triple back in that 7-run second inning. This one low and in for a ball. And boy, Nate can fly when he gets going. He can really run. Not many guys can make that hit a triple that he did back in the second. It would have been a double for most guys. That one in at the belt. Ball 2, but Nate has some wheels, man. He can fly around the bases. Showed off his speed on that RBI triple back in the second inning. Here's the 2-0. Outside. No, caught the corner for strike 1. 2-1 now on Nate McDonald, who is 2 for 2 tonight with an RBI and 2 stolen bases. Throw to first, and runner back. Jones tried to pull the old "where's the ball?" It was thrown over my head trick, and maybe trying to trick Pills into going. Bobby didn't fall for it. 2-1 pitch. Bouncer toward third. Hartle to second for 1. Relay to first. Did they get him? Not in time. Like I said, Nate McDonald, not many throws are going to beat him. He has some tremendous speed. Tried to turn that 5-4-3 double play, but not quite in time at first. It was close, but boy, Nate McDonald has some great speed. They get Pills on the force out at second base. Now Justin Rayburn, 1 for 2 tonight with that run-scoring base hit. Now here's a fly ball toward the gap in right center field. That's going to drop in there again. As McDonald heads to third, Rayburn will stop at first base. And Justin 2 for 3 tonight. 10th hit of the game for Marshfield here in the third inning. It's 7 of them back in the second.
Number 12, catcher Riley.
And the Marshfield hit parade continues here tonight at Hackman Field. Still plenty of time for you baseball fans. Get out here. Still many prize giveaways out here tonight. Just in the third inning, got time. Bouncer at the plate. Does it stay fair? It does. By the time Sislevich, the catcher, tracks it down the third base line, everybody is safe, and the bases are loaded. That's going to go as a base hit.
Number 25, shortstop, Sam Schwanebeck.
For Justin Rayburn. Now Riley Erickson. And he looks at ball one. Now ball two. Erickson walked and scored back in the second. A 2-0. That one misses outside for ball three. 3-0 now on Riley Erickson. Here. Ball four. Oh. Strike called, okay. Late call from Alex Chuban behind the plate tonight. 3-2 now. Here's a ground ball foul. And now a foul by Riley Erickson. Boy, he thought he had the walk that would have scored a run. Bases are full. I'm sorry, Riley's, oh yeah, I'm on the wrong guy. Riley's on, isn't he? Yeah. Riley had the base hit. Sam Schwanebeck at the plate. Yeah, I'm a guy behind here. McDonald's at third. Rayburn at second. Erickson had the base hit. This is Schwanebeck. Now there's the walk. It's going to walk in a run. The bases are full. Sam Schwanebeck draws the walk, and that will bring McDonald in from third. Rayburn down to third. Erickson to second. Schwanebeck with the walk, and it's 8-1. Another run for the Chaps. Now here's Luke Wirtz. That one in there for a strike. Nothing and one now. On Luke Wirtz. That one gets away from Sislevich behind the plate, and Rayburn's going to scoot home from third on the wild pitch. Make it 9-0. Erickson moved down to third on the play, and Schwanebeck goes to second on that wild pitch by Jake Schwark. 9-0 now. Two more runs for the Chaps here in the third. Schwark again, the 1-1. Swung on, popped up. First base side or shallow right field. It looks like the second baseman, Held, is going to go out and get it. And the throw home is not going to be in time. Tagging is Erickson. Actually came home on the throw in. Held made a tumbling catch out there in shallow right. Threw the ball in. And it got away from Jones down the first base line toward home. It kind of caromed, I think, maybe off his glove. I don't know if he was kind of serving as a cutoff man down the first base line. Caromed off his glove, got away from him long enough for Erickson to scoot in from third on the throw in from right field, and it's 10-0. Now here's Messerschmidt. Hit back toward the pitcher. Schwark deflects it towards second base. Held recovers enough to get that ball over to first base for out number 3.
For the Chapparrals in the bottom of the third, 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error.
So 3 more runs for Marshfield here in the third on 4 hits. 3 hits or 4? 3 hits, I believe. And 1 error? Yeah.
Still looking for
and 3 more runs for Marshfield. 10-0. Back after this.
number 14.
All right, so 3 more runs for Marshfield in that third inning. Strike 1 on Nate Fredrickson. Now I called strike 2 on Fredrickson. Leading off the Plover 4th inning, Pterodactyls and Marshfield tonight. On WDLB, here's a foul first base side out of play. Top of the order due up for Plover here in the 4th. They've gone in order the first 3 innings. Now the 0-2 from Donahue and outside for a ball. So Marshfield with 3 more runs in their half of the 3rd inning. 3 hits. There was 1 error on Plover on that throw in after held. There's ball 2. Caught that little blooper to shallow right and then threw it toward home. And they left 1 on. Here's the 2-2, fouled off right field side out of play. So after the Shaps got 7 runs in the 2nd, 3 more in the 3rd. And they lead 10-0 here as Plover bats in the top of the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch from Donahue. Outside for a ball. 3-2. Donahue has faced the minimum through 3 innings. Bouncer toward third, toward the new third baseman, Noah Panzer, now playing third, replacing Cale Cuddy at third. That one a called strike 3 on Nate Fredrickson.
Second baseman, number 7, Bill Held.
And now Bill Held, the second baseman up there. Third strikeout of the night for Jack Donahue. Now Held. I believe that was strike 1. Now I called strike, so a foul ball strike, and now 0-2. Called strike 2 on Held. John Jazz, the DH, on deck. Hit out toward the shortstop. Schwanebeck, not in time at first. And infield single for Bill Held. First hit of the night for Plover here in the 4th inning.
John Jazz.
So now with 1 on and 1 out, here's the designated hitter, John Jazz. Batting for pitcher Jake Schwark. Called strike 1 on Jazz, who grounded out to Pills back in the 1st inning. So Plover gets their first hit of the evening. Now they have a base runner. Check swing. Did he get a piece of that one? Ball 1. One one. Sliced foul. First base side out of play. 1-2. So the Plover Pterodactyls batting here in the 4th, trailing 10-0. They have their first base runner of the night at first. Ground ball foul, third base side out of play. After getting their first hit of the night. So 1-2 on John Jazz batting here in the 4th inning. Marshfield up 10-0 on Plover. popped up on the infield. Third base, Panzer has it and pulls it in. Noah Panzer, new third baseman, replacing Cale Cuddy this inning. And Panzer makes a good play on that ball on the infield pop-up by John Jazz for out number 2. Now Derek Lemons, the center fielder, left-handed batter. 1 on, 2 outs, and a pop-up foul behind the Marshfield dugout, third base side for strike 1. So Plover batting here in the 4th. Marshfield with a big lead, 10-0. And the 0-1 from Donahue is fouled back for strike 2. Derek Lemons, the Plover center fielder, grounded out to Messerschmidt at first, his first time up back in the 2nd inning. Now batting here in the 4th with 1 on and 2 outs. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed throwing Jack Donahue. The 0-2 bouncer towards short and grabbed by Schwannebeck. He steps on second base to get the force on Held to end the inning. So nothing for Plover. They get their first base runner on their first hit of the night, but cannot make it count. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on as Lemons reaches on the fielder's choice. And Plover taken care of here in the 4th, 3.5 in the books. 10-0 Marshfield. The Shaps back at the plate when we come back after this. All right, Alex Steins will lead off the Marshfield 4th inning as the Shaps bat now facing Jake Schwark. Steins looks at a strike call leading off the Marshfield Chapparrals 4th inning. Shaps leading 10-0 here over Plover tonight. Swing and a miss now, 0-2 on Alex Steins, who walked back in the 2nd and also popped out to the second baseman that inning. Now a fly ball toward the gap in left center, and racing over there is Fritz, the left fielder, and he tracks that one down for out number 1, Brad Fritz. On the fly ball by Alex Steins, 1 away here in the Marshfield 4th inning. Now here's Noah Panzer, the third baseman. So Panzer, a defensive replacement for Cale Cuddy in the top half of this inning. Now at the plate, looks at ball 1 from Jake Schwark. Now check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Home plate umpire is Alex Chuban. Appeals to Rich Hole down at first. And he says, yep, he went 1-1. Here's a called strike. Schwark caught the outside part of the plate on that one. 1-2 on Steins, leading off the, or Panzer, I should say. Steins retired. Oh, that one got away from Schwark, and it got a piece of Panzer now after Steins flied out to left. That one got away from Schwark, and Noah Panzer batting for Cale Cuddy here in the 4th inning after he replaced him defensively in the top half of the inning. Panzer takes one off the left hip. Bobby Pills now at the plate, 2 for 2 tonight with 2 RBIs. Now on low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch from Jake Schwark. Oh, that one got him. Oh, that sounded like it hurt. And I don't think it's anything intentional, but that one just got away from him. And, boy, you could hear the thud up here. Oh, man, that looked like it hurt. Bobby's not a guy you want to bean too many times because he will he'll remember that the next time he's on the mound. He will not forget that on June 7th, Jake Schwark beaned him. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but he'll get him back. Strike one now on Nate McDonald. So every guy that's been up there from Marshfield tonight's been on base at least once. This one sent fouled on the right field line. Out of play, 0-2 now on Nate McDonald. Pills at first, and Noah Panzer at second now. Panzer and Pills both hit by pitches with one out. Here in the Marshfield fourth inning, they lead 10-0 here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Ground ball gets through to right field now, and Panzer will stop at third. Pills goes to second. Nate McDonald with his third hit of the night. A base hit that got past Held at second base. Now the Chaps with one out have the bases loaded for the, third time tonight? Had them juiced at the end of the second when they scored 7. Had them loaded at one point in that 3-run third inning as well. Here's first offering to Justin Rayburn now up there with 3 on and 1 out, and ball 1. Rayburn tonight 2 for 3 with a couple of base hits and an RBI. Scored on a wild pitch back in the third. A 1-0 here from Jake Schwark. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. Two and nothing on Justin Rayburn. Now ball 3, 3-0. Ball 4. Rayburn draws a walk. That's going to score a run as Noah Panzer comes in from third. It's the second time tonight that the Plover Pterodactyls have walked in a run. Now John Jazz with a slow walk out to the mound. That's going to be it for Jake Schwark. They're moving on to their third pitcher of the night. Is this Jones? Steve Pettit coming in from right field is going to get the ball. As Rayburn draws the walk that scores a run, and with one out, the bases are still loaded for Marshfield. Pettit now on pitching change for Plover, and more baseball from Hackman Field after this. So Chapparrals baseball tonight. Here on AM 1450 WDLB. Guess we're not going to get the commercial break. We'll get to that in a moment. So nothing across in terms of RBIs. The Plover Pterodactyls have just walked in the 11th Marshfield run
Number 12, catcher Riley
of the night. Riley Erickson, the catcher, up there now. Bases are full, 1 out. And Steve Pettit, right-hander. On in relief of Jake Schwark now. Now, did that one get him? Pettit drills Erickson. Another hit batter, the third of the inning by Plover. Pills is going to score from third.
Sam. Pinch hitter, number 18, Curtis Engelbrecht.
As McDonald goes to third now, Rayburn to second. Erickson, after getting hit by the pitch, is at first. And now here's Curtis Engelbrecht. He's pinch hitting here for Sam Schwanebeck, the shortstop, and there's strike one. Now a base hit over the head of Hartle at third. So Engelbrecht.
DH, number 5, Luke Wirtz.
With an RBI base hit. Down the left field line, so Engelbrecht delivers a run-scoring hit. Now the DH Luke Wirtz up there, base is still full. This one, little blooper foul down the right field line out of play. And strike one. So 0-1 here on Wirtz. That one now misses for ball one. Wirtz tonight 1 for 3. RBI base hit back in that 7-run second inning. So Steve Pettit on the mound. Here's a liner foul down the third baseline out of play by Wirtz. 1-2. He's the 8th batter here in the 4th inning. And 3 runs here in the inning so far? Fly ball towards center field, and running in is Lemons. Catches that one off the bat of Wirtz. Taking at third is Rayburn. Sac fly for Wirtz as Rayburn scores to make it 15-0. And Wirtz, the sac fly that drives in another one. Now Lucius Messerschmidt,
Number 2, first baseman Lucius Messerschmidt,
the 9th batter of the inning. And the offensive onslaught for Marshfield continues as Lucius looks at strike one. Messerschmidt tonight 1 for 2. Reached on an error and scored as well. The 0-1. Ball one. Two on, 2 outs. That one outside for a ball, 2-1. Another long offensive inning for Marshfield. They've had 3 of these tonight. Now the 2-1. Fouled back out of play. 2-2. Marshfield had 4 batters in the first. 13 in the second. 7 in the third. Now 9 batters here in this 4th inning. Is that right? Wow. 2-2 pitch. Line to left and in front of Fritz. A base hit. And now they've got Erickson hung up between third and home. And in the rundown, they're going to get him to end the inning. After the base hit by Messerschmidt to left. Erickson made the big turn at third, thought he could score on that one. Plover got the ball in, and they get him in a rundown. Erickson thrown out, running the bases.
4 runs, 3 hits.
But 4 more runs
2 runners left on
for Marshfield.
Chapparrals
3 more hits,
Plover 0.
and they leave a couple of guys stranded after 4. It's now 15-0. Marshfield leads to the 5th we go after this. Boy, another big inning for Marshfield. Boy, I tell you what, they're putting up some gaudy numbers tonight. 4 more runs in that 4th inning. It's 14-0.
For Plover in the top half of the
And 3 more hits. Boy, they've got, 14 hits, 14 runs. 7 runs in the 2nd inning. 3 in the 3rd, and 4 more in that 4-run 4th inning. As Plover now comes to bat in the top of the 5th inning. Here's Brad Fritz. Swung on and missed. That's strike 3 already.
First baseman, number 5.
Missed the first couple there as we were adding up all the big numbers for Marshfield's offense. So Brad Fritz, for the 2nd time tonight, strikes out. 1 away here in the Plover 5th inning now. Jason Jones, the first baseman, looks at ball 1. From Jack Donahue. And the 1-0. Low for a ball. Brad Sislevich, the catcher, on deck. Two-0. Strike called. Not much to talk about offensively for Plover at all tonight. 1 hit. That one sliced foul, third base side for strike 2. Two from Donahue. Bouncer towards second. Bobby Pills picks it up and flips it over. Oh no, that's Engelbrecht now, yep. Engelbrecht at second gets that one over to Messerschmidt at first, and 2 gone now. Jones retired.
Tonight's neighborhood bar beer batter, Brad
Now,
Sislevich.
Brad Sislevich, the catcher, 0 for 1 tonight. So now Sislevich, here's a fly ball towards center, and coming on is Rayburn. And he'll race in to grab that one for out number 3. Another quick inning for Plover.
The 5th inning, no runs, no hits.
Nothing across, 3 up, 3 down, and 4.5 in the books. It's 14-0 Marshfield. They're back at the plate in the 5th after this. All right, Marshfield Chapparrals baseball tonight here on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast, and Mike Warren back with you from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Chapparrals leading Plover 14-0. So now Alex Steins will lead things off. He led off the 4th inning as well, when Marshfield brought 9 guys to the plate. They went around in the order for the 2nd time tonight in that 4-run 4th inning. Boy, in the 2nd inning, they put up 7 runs as 13 guys came to the plate. And then in that 3-run 3rd inning, 7 of the 9 came up to bat. Back in the 4th, it was all 9 coming around. as they scored 4 more. And they lead it 14-0 as we head now to the home half of inning number 5 here at Hackman Field. And the Marshfield left fielder Alex Steins leading it off. He is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. As Steve Pettit, big right-hander for Plover, third pitcher of the night for the Pterodactyls, misses low and away for ball 1 on Steins. And now the 1-0. Low and in, ball 2. Every Marshfield batter has been on base at least once tonight. (2-0) pitch. Oh, that one up and in. Up around the helmet of Alex Steins. 3-0. Maybe they're gotten hits, walked, or even 3 guys got hit by a pitch in that 4th inning. 3-0 pitch here from Pettit. Ball 4. And for the second time tonight, Steins draws a walk.
33, Noah Panzer.
Now here's the third baseman, Noah Panzer. Panzer was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. Fouls this one off for strike 1. Chapparrals have 2 home games next week, and we'll be here for both of them on WDLB Monday night against the Merrill Rangers. This one sliced foul down the right field line out of play. 0-2. And then next Wednesday night, Medford in town for a 7:30 game. So Monday and Wednesday of next week, more baseball opportunities for you baseball fans in Marshfield to come out to the ballpark. 0-2. That one fouled off by Noah Panzer, batting with 1 on, no outs here in the Marshfield 5th inning. Chapparrals leading Plover 14-0. The 0-2 from Pettit, swung on, popped up, shallow right field. And the right fielder, who is that out there now? After Pettit came in to pitch? Jazz? Did he lose that one? Must have lost that one in the lights. That one drops in there. Is that a base hit? So that one will drop in there. Yeah, John Jazz.
Shortstop, number 3, Bobby Pills.
Out there in right field now. And lost that one. It dropped in. Nobody got to it. So Panzer is aboard. Steins goes to second. Now here's, is this Bobby Pills? Grounder to short. To held for 1. They get the force on Panzer, and then the relay down to first in time to get Bobby Pills. And a double play as Steins goes to third. 6-4-3 double play. Good defense there by Fredrickson, Held, and Jones. Now here's Nate McDonald. Looks at strike 1. No, this is, who is this? Drew Spaeth. Batting for Nate. Fouls one off. So 1 on, 2 outs for Drew Spaeth here, pinch hitting for right fielder Nate McDonald. Fouled it off. 1 and 2 now on Drew. So 1-2 on Spaeth. Batting here in the Marshfield 5th inning, left-handed batter against the righty Pettit. That one outside for a ball. 2-2. Steins led off the inning with a walk. He's at third. And after Panzer's base hit, then Bobby Pills grounded into a double play. There's ball 3 now. Pettit ready once again. Grounder right back to Pettit on the mound, and he will flip it underhanded over to first base to get Spaeth to end the Marshfield 5th inning.
5th inning for the Chapparrals, no runs. There was one.
So they get a couple of base runners, but no runs in that inning.
After 5 complete.
And no runs on 1 hit.
Like to remind everybody,
No errors.
have 2 home games
A walk.
on Monday night.
And 1 left on after 5. 14-0. Chaparrals lead Plover. Pterodactyls bat in the 6th in just a moment.
Top playing center field for the Chapparrals. Number 7.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield as we bring you Chaparrals baseball tonight on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield. Mike Warren back with you. Steve Pettit will lead off the Plover 6th inning. And ball 1 from Jack Donahue. Josh Metz replacing Justin Rayburn. Called strike. 1-1. In center field for Marshfield now as we start the 6th inning. So Josh Metz, a defensive replacement. Here's a swing and a miss. And 1-2 on Steve Pettit, the relief pitcher. Started the game in right field. 3rd pitcher of the night used by Plover so far. Swung on and missed. There's strike 3, and Pettit strikes out to lead off the Plover 6th inning. 1 away now for Matt Hartle, the 3rd baseman.
3rd baseman, Matt Hartle.
Hartle struck out his first time up back in the 3rd inning. Ground ball up the middle, and there's a base hit to center. Hartle with just the 2nd Plover hit of the night, as Donahue now working on a 2-hit shutout here in the 6th inning. Bill Held, the 2nd baseman, had a base hit back in the 4th inning. Now Hartle here with just the 2nd Plover hit of the evening. Now Nate Frederickson, the shortstop, looks at strike 1 from Donahue. Frederickson struck out looking his last time up back in the 4th inning. Flied to right back in the 1st. He's 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball towards short, picked up by Schwannebeck over to first. Is that Schwannebeck? No, that is, yeah, Bobby Pills moved from 2nd to short. And they got the double play, right? Bobby Pills steps on the bag for the force out on Hartle at 2nd as he then throws to first to get Frederickson. Double play ends the inning. So just like that, 3 up, 3 down. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left after 5.5. Still Marshfield up big, 14-0. As Marshfield will come to bat in the 6th in just a moment. All right, so we've got our 4th Plover pitcher of the night here, and it's Kevin Jastrzemski replacing Steve Pettit on the mound here as Marshfield bats in the 6th. So Jake Schwark went, well, we don't know how long. We're looking that up. The starting pitcher, Greg Trudell, lasted 1 2/3. Schwark came in with 2 outs in that 2nd inning. then Pettit, now Jastrzomski, and a ground ball leading off the Marshfield 6th inning by Josh Metz, the new center fielder. And good play by Fredrickson, the shortstop, wasn't it? To get Josh Metz for out number 1 here in the Marshfield 6th inning. And now well, let's see, who's this, Riley? Erickson, the catcher. Ball went outside. Riley tonight has been hit by a pitch, walked, he drills one to left, and a high fly ball. Fritz lost it, and it lands near the warning track. That might have gone under the tarp on the wall out there and left. It's going to be a ground rule double. Fritz lost it in the lights apparently, and then it bounced up under the tarp lining the left field wall out there as Erickson skies one to left, and it's going to be a ground rule double for Erickson. We've seen just about everything tonight. Erickson's second hit of the night. Now Curtis Engelbrecht, the second baseman. And ball 1. Engelbrecht, ground ball to second, held has it, over to first for out number 2 as Erickson goes to third on that play. So Engelbrecht 1 for 2 tonight, had a run-scoring base hit back in the 4th inning.
Number 9, Ryan Metz.
And now Ryan Metz batting for the DH Luke Wirtz. And ball 1 on Ryan. Fouls that one off. So 1-1 now on Ryan Metz. Now blooper toward right, up into the air. Jones, the first baseman, snares that one for out number 3 here in the Marshfield 6th inning. So no runs for Marshfield. On 1 hit, a ground rule double by Riley Erickson.
No errors, 1 left.
No errors. They leave Erickson stranded at third.
0.
And after 6, 14-0 Marshfield. To the 7th we go after this.
Green ticket.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield as we bring you Chapparrals baseball tonight here on AM 1450 WDLB. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast tonight. And I'm Mike Warren back from the ballpark, Hackman Field in Marshfield. Chapparrals and Plover tonight. Our first Chapparrals broadcast of the summer. Chapparrals are 2-2 coming into this game. Well on their way to their 3rd win of the season, leading 14-0. Bill Held, the second baseman, leads it off in the Plover 7th inning. Jack Donahue back out there. Fly ball toward the gap in right center, and McDonald, is that? Oh, no, it's Drew Spaeth in right now. He can get to that one. And that one's a little blooper, a little flare out toward right center. Spaeth cannot get into it. It's going to drop in there for a base hit for Bill Held, his second of the night.
Right fielder, number 23, John Jazz.
And now the right fielder, John Jazz. So Held with his second hit of the night. Just the third of the evening for Plover. As Donahue now working on a 3-hit shutout. Jazz 0 for 2 tonight. That one fouled off by Jazz. Strike one. (14-0) Marshfield. They had 7 in the second, 3 in the third, 5 in the fourth. Sorry, 4 in the fourth. That was ball one there. Ball and a strike on Jazz. High for ball two. 2-1.
Got some more prizes to give away. 652-5645. 5645.
Donahue ready again. That one misses low for ball 3. 3-1.
5722 and 652-5796.
Derek Lemons on deck. Here's a base hit to center. Jazz has a base hit. Now Plover with runners at first and second and no outs for Derek Lemons. So back-to-back base hits here in the Plover 7th inning. Left-handed batter, Derek Lemons, the center fielder. Fouls that one off for a strike. So 0-1. Now ball 1-1 now on Derek Lemons. Fly ball now toward shallow center. A little blooper over the head of the shortstop Hills. Nobody can get to it. And they might have gotten the force on Held at third. That throw came into third very quickly, and they got Held at third base on the force out. And was that Metz?
Number 20, left.
All right.
Fritz.
All right, so it was the second baseman. Oh, Engelbrecht's now on left. He came on to get that one and quickly threw it to third to get the force on Held. Here's a swing and a miss now by Brad Fritz, the Plover left fielder. Jazz went to second on the play, and Lemons at first on the base hit. Now a swing and a miss by Fritz, 0-2. Now ball one, so Engelbrecht came in from left. And they got the force. There's a strike called. Fritz strikes out looking, his third strikeout of the night.
First baseman, number 5, Jason Jones.
Now Jason Jones, the first baseman, with 2 on and 2 outs.
More winners here, 652-5722, 5722. Six 5676 56.
Ball one on Jones. Grounder toward second base. Throw to first. Off the mark. Throw pulled Messerschmidt off the bag. And an error on, who is that over there? That's Josh Metz now playing second base.
Number 19, catcher Brad Sislevich.
And he threw that one a little right of the bag. Messerschmidt got a handle on it, but couldn't get back to the bag in time to get Jones. Now Brad Sislevich.
6'5", 25632. 6'5", 25676.
It'll be an error on Metz, the second baseman. There's a strike called on Sislevich. A ball and a strike now with bases loaded here now. Jazz now at third. Lemons at second. Jones safe at first. There's strike two. First error of the night by Marshfield's defense. One and two now. High for a ball. 2-2. Two-two pitch here from Donahue. Ball three. Throw down to first. They got him. Erickson with a quick throw down to Messerschmidt at first. They caught Jones leaning off the bag. And Erickson with a pickoff throw to first.
That's the ball game. Final score. Marshfield
To get Jones.
Plovers.
And on the 10-run rule,
We'd like to thank everybody for coming out
in 7 innings, I guess, right? That's going to end the game. Jones picked off at first, and that's how this wacky game ends. We've seen a little bit of everything here tonight. Erickson, the Marshfield catcher, will pick off Jones at first
Tonight's attendance, nice crowd tonight, 29,000
to end the ball game.
29,000.
How about that play by Erickson, the catcher? He saw Jones leaning off the bag and quick throw down there, and he threw it right on the money to get Jones picked off at first, and that's how this 10-run rule game will end here tonight. Marshfield wins it 14-0 and they got 3 hits in the inning. For Plover, no runs though. They get a guy thrown out at third from left field, or by the left fielder. And a strikeout looking, 3 base hits, an error, and a pickoff play at first by the catcher to end the ball game. No runs on 3 hits, 1 Marshfield error, and 2 guys left on after 6.5. And at the end of the ball game, Marshfield is going to win this one 14-0. Saw a little bit of everything tonight. Hit batters, a ground rule double, a pickoff play by the catcher at first to end the ball game. Yeah, a little bit of everything. A very entertaining night out here at Jack Hackman Field. If you missed it, you got 2 chances next week, Monday and Wednesday. Monday, a Dairyland League game against Merrill at 7:30. Our broadcast gets underway at 7:15 on Monday night. And then a week from tonight, next week, Wednesday, a non-league game. Medford in town to face the Chapparrals next Wednesday night, again at 7:30. We'll broadcast both games Monday and Wednesday evenings here on AM 1450 WDLB. As Marshfield wins it big tonight, 14-0. Stay with us. Our post-game report from Hackman Field after this. All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. The Chapparrals get a win tonight. non-league win over Plover Pterodactyls 14-0 here on AM 1450 WDLB tonight and online at WDLBAM.com. And Mike Warren with you from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast. And looks like Game 3 of the NBA Finals is at halftime. Warriors leading the Cavaliers 67-61. Warriors trying to take a 3-0 lead in that one in Cleveland tonight. A 6-point Warriors lead at the halftime break. In Game 3 of the NBA Finals, that game can be heard tonight right now on Sports Radio 92.3 FM. WOSQ Spencer Marshfield. Back here at Jack Hackman Field tonight as our coverage of Chapparrals baseball continues. Our post-game report sponsored by the people for whom the numbers matter, Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. Our post-game stats. Jack Donahue goes 7 innings tonight for Marshfield on the mound, the winning pitcher. He struck out 6 and walked none. He threw a 5-hit shutout tonight to get the win. Line scores in this one. Marshfield 14 runs on 16 hits. 4 Plover errors. And the Chapparrals stranded 9 runners on base. For Plover tonight, no runs on 5 hits. 1 Marshfield error. And Plover left 3 runners stranded on base. And again, Jack Donahue, the winning pitcher, 7 strong innings tonight, a 5-hit shutout, striking out 6 along the way. And for Marshfield, let's look at the run total. 7 runs in that second inning. They brought 13 guys to the plate in that 7-run inning. 3 more in the third, 4 in the fourth. They brought 13 guys to the plate in the second inning. 7 in the third, all 9 in the fourth, and just 4 in the fifth and sixth. 4 in the first, fifth, and sixth innings tonight. And it only took them 6.5 on that 10-run rule. They beat Plover quite handily tonight. Lots of offense for Marshfield. 14-6 or 14-0. The final in 6.5 innings here this evening. Offensively for Marshfield, we'll just give you some of the highlights here. Nate McDonald went 3 for 3, was on base 4 times, reached on a fielder's choice the other time. He had a couple of singles and a run-scoring triple as well. He also scored twice in the ballgame. Justin Rayburn tonight, 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI, 2 runs scored. Riley Erickson, 2 for 3 with a walk, and he was hit by a pitch. He was on base 4 times. He scored twice. 2 hits for Riley tonight. Sam Schwanebeck had an RBI base hit. Curtis Engelbrecht went 1 for 2 with an RBI. Luke Wirtz went 1 for 4 tonight with an RBI base hit in the second inning. Let's see, he also had a sac fly in the fourth, so Luke had 2 RBIs tonight. Lucius Messerschmidt, 2 for 3, and a couple of base hits. He reached on an error and scored in the second inning as And let's see, Cale Cuddy, 1 for 2 with a double and a run score. That was all in that 7-run second inning. Noah Panzer later replaced him and got a base hit in the 5th inning. And Bobby Pills went 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. He was hit by a pitch as well. So lots of offense for Marshfield tonight. 7 runs in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and they win it 14-0 over Plover here tonight. Jack Donahue, another outstanding performance on the mound, a 5-hit shutout. And the Shaps win it. They improve to 3-2 now. They are back in action tomorrow at Eau Claire against the Eau Claire Cavaliers at 7:30 tomorrow evening. And then on Monday, they're back here at home at Jack Hackman Field. That is a Dairyland League game against Merrill Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Our broadcast Monday gets underway at 7:15 here on WDLB. And then a week from tonight, next Wednesday, the Shaps are back here at home again. A non-league game against Medford, and we'll broadcast that one too, beginning at 7:15. So Chapparrals baseball next Monday and Wednesday evenings right here on AM 1450. Our thanks to Tom Uthmeyer for producing our broadcast tonight. I'm Mike Warren. That'll do it from Jack Hackman Field here in Marshfield. You've been listening to Chapparrals baseball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Once again, our final score here tonight, Marshfield 14 and Plover 0.